Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of RC Street Shop's product reviews. And today we are talking about a really cool car. And I'm not just talking about the Dodge Demon in real life. We're talking about the Kyosho Inferno GT2 VE. And this is the brand new Dodge Demon body that they've done for it. The GT2 has been out for a while. They've had Corvettes, and there's currently an R8 body available. There was also a 458 Ferrari, but the Demon, I think, is the coolest looking one that they've had so far on the GT2 platform. So let's get into it. What do you get in the box with this car? Well, this is a rather high-end car, and it's a brushless car, so you do not get batteries. What you get with the car, or what you get in the box, excuse me, is you get the car, you get the Kyosho KT231 radio system, you get a box with some wrenches and a wiring harness for the speed control, and that is it. This does come in a nitro model, but today we're concentrating on the electric version. If you're interested in the nitro car, if you go back into our catalog, we've done a few videos on the nitro version of the GT2, and it too is an excellent car. So, if you're familiar with the Kyosho Inferno series, then there's not a lot new here to talk about. If you're not, then what you have here is the GT2 is what they refer to as a GT class car. What it is, it's an 8-scale buggy where they shorten the shocks and they shorten the shock towers and they bring the ride height way down and they essentially turn it into an on-road car. It shares a majority of the parts with the Inferno 7 line, which would be your Inferno Neo, your Inferno VE, the Inferno Neo ST Truggy. Those are all cars from the same family of Infernos. And it's a great car. I think Kyosho won more world championships with that car than any other brand. I think maybe even every brand combined. The Inferno 7 was an incredible car at the time. But anyway, what's neat about this is the quality of the body on this thing is fantastic. Kyosho, they nailed it with this thing. They got every nuance of the Demon with this thing. The flared fenders, the hood scoop, the quad headlights, the big spoiler in the front, the little ducktail spoiler in the back. It's a beautiful body. And beyond that, what you have here is you've got a really good solid car underneath it. The Inferno is a heavy car. It's about 7 or 8 pounds, which is great for you speed run guys. And if you're interested in going fast, which I'm pretty sure all of you are, I mean, the biggest question we get in the shop is, how fast does it go? This is a fantastic platform to go fast with. And what the reason for that is because the Inferno, it's a heavy car and it's low. I mean, most of the time you have trouble fitting a finger underneath the body, and that keeps a lot of air from getting underneath the car. The reason these cars are so great at speed runs is because they're heavy, and they also don't have a lot of space between them and the ground. The less space you have between the body and the ground, the less air you get underneath there, and the less air you have pushing the car up, which is referred to as lift. Also, it takes more lift to lift a heavier car, you could say. So the heavier cars are better at going fast. In this car, it has got a really good power system out of the box. This has the Orion system that's exclusive to Kyosho's, and this has a 2100 kV Orion Neon 8, and it has the Vortex R8 speed control. It's a 4S system. For some reason, Kyosho puts like a 14 or 13 tooth pinion in this car out of the box, and it is not very fast. It's probably a 30, maybe 35 mile an hour car out of the box. It's kind of disappointing. But what we've done, Kyosho shares this system in all their electric 8 scales. We've done plenty of cars with the 2100 Neon motor in it and done like a 20 or 21 tooth pinion, and they're much faster. And in our experience, we haven't had problems with them overheating. In fact, they tend to stay pretty cool with a 20 tooth pinion on them. And they also look like they're probably going 40 miles an hour easy. So, and there's some room in there to grow. Like I said, this is at least in our experience. It doesn't mean go out there and stuff a 30-tooth pinion in it and see how fast it'll go, because you're probably going to burn it up. But if you're going to be diligent about watching motor temperatures and things like that, then gear the thing up. I believe the biggest gear we were able to fit in one of these is a 26-tooth pinion. It's got a 46 tooth spur, and a 26 was the biggest we've been able to go. And it doesn't sound very big to some of the speedrun guys out there who are running 30s and 35s, but this car with a Mamba X system, a 2650, which is not designed for 6S, but we use it anyway. A 2650 on 6S with a 26 tooth pinion did a verified 87 miles an hour on a GPS. So that's not, you know, oh wow, my car looks like it's going so fast, I bet you it's doing 100. That's a Garmin GPS verified 86 miles an hour on this car with that setup. So, you know, you can build pretty close to a 100 mile an hour car with this car, and just a simple part swap. Swap the motor out for a better system and put a 6-cell battery in it, and you've got an absolute beast on your hands. But that's not to say it's not a fun, fast car to start with. I mean, most of you aren't going to be able to handle a car doing 90 miles an hour without destroying it. I know I can't, but I'm not necessarily the next Masami or the next Adam Drake. So either way, this car with a pinion change is more than fast enough for 99% of the people out there. And like I said, in our experience, we were able to do it quite reliably. The way the Demon looks, it just fits the bigger car scale better, I think. It just looks amazing. You got to see it in person to appreciate it. I mean, the dimensions and the shape of the Demon really fit the GT2 well. It's so cool looking. Another neat feature is Kyosho is thoughtful enough with the ESC to include a setup where you can run 2 batteries at Y's out with a pair of Dean's connectors, or it gives you the option to run a single battery. So that's pretty helpful if you want. Some of you have single 4S's, some of you have 2 2S batteries. It gives you the option to run either setup. Other than that, you know, the car, like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, it's pretty standard Inferno fare. So 3 differentials, 46 tooth steel spur gear, aluminum chassis, aluminum shock towers. The shock caps are aluminum. They finished in Kyosho's signature gunmetal gray, and you get a real solid package with this car. Now, that being said, it is not a cheap car. This car will be selling for about $600 everywhere. So it is not a cheap model. But then again, like I said, you don't get any cheap quality with this car. Steel drive shafts, a really good brushless system. I mean, but I think a lot of you expect that with Kyosho. I know I do. They build a very, very good product. Probably the best products out there as far as quality, but you've got to pay the entry price for that. So if your local hobby shop is a Kyosho dealer, like we are here at RC Street Shop, I recommend you going and check the Demon out. It's a pretty awesome car. Now, like I just mentioned, we are RC Street Shop. You have found us on YouTube. We also have Facebook, we have Instagram, and we also have Twitter. All of those are RC Street Shop. You can find us under that name. We are in Long Beach, California. Our address is 5521 East Spring Street, Long Beach, California, 90808. If you'd like to give us a call, ask us some questions, please do. Our phone number is 562-425-9000. Now, as I mentioned before, you found us on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button and like the video. And if you have any questions or comments, put them down below in the comments. Makes sense, doesn't it? And until next time, we'll see you later.